So what we see today is that wind is covering about 48%, hydro energy 27%, and under the renewables, photovoltaics has a share of 4%. This is a development over the last years in the photovoltaic market. I always show this figure and this slide and this graph started in 91. This is the message here is that you all together know that very fast growth since 2000 and since 2004. The message here is that the development started already in 1991. With the first feed-in law in Germany, which for the first time gave the right to the investors to connect renewable energy systems to the grid and oblige the utilities to buy the electricity, etc., etc. But at that time, all renewable electricity received the same level of feed-in tariff. This was about 90% of the retail price for electricity, so about 8 euro cent. And this was enough money and for the wind sector, so this was a very good basis for the development of the wind sector in Germany, but of course not enough for photovoltaics. And this was a reason why in the 90s photovoltaic developed, but not boomed. And so it needed in 99 the 100,000 roof program, and in addition to that, in combination to that, the Renewable Energy Source Act as an amendment or an improvement of the first feed-in law, then renamed to Renewable Energy Source Act in 2000, and this was the basis for the development between 2000 and 2003 to 40 up to 150 megawatt. But this development was kept by the 100,000 roof program because there was only a limited availability of this interest reduced loans. But since 2004, only the support of photovoltaic investments is only provided by the feed-in tariffs of the EEG. And so since then we have a very, an unlimited growth, not only unlimited because there is no cap, but also unlimited in a way that you do not have to apply for the feed-in tariff, for the production licenses or other things. So today it's really easy to invest in a photovoltaic system in Germany. You only have to ask your installer, and he will install it, and afterwards you will inform, or before you will inform the utility, but they have to connect the system to the grid. If it is not too large, then of course you have to negotiate with the utility, but in general you have only to inform them and they have to provide you with the necessary framework conditions. And this was the basis for the very strong growth over the last years. What we have seen in 2005 and 2006, a stagnation based on the limited availability of photovoltaic modules. We have also seen slight growth in 2007, of course affected by the very strong market growth in Spain and also other countries, and due to the fact that the profit module manufacturers can make in other markets like Spain, this profit is higher than in Germany. This leads to the situation that the German market development was also over since 2006. It was limited by the limited availability and the readiness of the module manufacturer to deliver their products to Germany. So the figures from 2007, you installed 1,100 megawatt, total installed 3,800, about more than 100,000 systems you installed, turnover of about $7 billion, and about 40,000 people are working in that sector. That's the situation up to now, and we expect for this year a market growth of about 25% to 1,350. The experience and the feedback from the market is that in the first half of the year we have seen not such a big development, but there is the expectation that in the second half of the year, after the rush of Spain, there are a lot of projects under development in Germany, due to the fact that from next year on the feed-in tariff will be reduced faster than over the last years, and so a lot of people want to install their system in this year. So we expect a very strong from our view of the day, it's about, we will see a market growth of 25%. There are also some rumor that it could be bigger than this 25%, a higher growth, but we have no other figures today. So from our point of view, the world market, we are in discussions with a lot of other national associations. We have created with the other associations a network of national PV associations and discussing figures as well. And this is a result out of that. Of course, it looks similar regarding Germany, but the part of Germany in 2007 was bigger. But it's going more or less in line what you have seen before. So how is the market looking like in Germany regarding the market segments of on-grid systems? We have this rooftop system in different sizes, 1 to 10 kilowatt peak on residential homes. We have the multifamily houses, public social buildings, farms, commercial plants, etc. In the range between 10 and 100 kilowatt peak, and we have very large commercial plants, rooftop, above 100 kilowatt peak up to 5 megawatt. The biggest plant today has a size of 5 megawatt. Of course, we have the ground-mounted systems in different sizes, and we have the building integrated PV systems, small ones, and facade integration, etc. And if you look now on the figures, the market shares in 2006, but this is not changing too much. In residential homes, there is a market of about 27% of or residential homes, small systems on residential homes has a market share of 27%, about 49% the medium-sized rooftop systems, about 13% large and very large commercial plants, 10% the ground-mounted systems, and 1% or less building integrated PV systems. So what you see here is that we have a great variety and a distribution in different market segments. And perhaps this is also one reason for the stability of the German market, because what we see today in Spain is that Spain is depending a lot on ground-mounted systems, and we appreciate now the activities to increase also the share of rooftop systems. I think it's it is more a healthy situation if there is a broader variety of type of systems, and rooftop systems, of course, should play a big role in the markets.